Hey family, what's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronze Goddess, and this is Strawberry Letter number 50. This is actually kind of bittersweet for me. I've been doing these now for a few years, believe it or not. Time has just flown. But the bitter part is that I've gotten so many painful letters, heart-wrenching letters from all of you out there, well, those of you out there who have been going through some really tough times, and I haven't been able to get to all of them. But the ones that I have gotten to, I feel that we have definitely helped. I've gotten so many praise reports and testimonials, and I'm really going to try to give those testimonials to you guys more often. So when you write me a strawberry letter and I do your strawberry letter, please update us on the progress of your situation, because a lot of people pray for you and they can identify with your situation, and they need to know that if you got through it, so can they. So continue to comment, continue to do video responses, continue to share your stories, because they're helping more people than you will ever know. But anyway, the best way over anything is always through it. This is strawberry letter number 50. Love is never supposed to hurt. Stay tuned. Hey family, what's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronze Goddess, and this is another strawberry letter. This particular strawberry letter, I'm just gonna hop right into it. Let's see. I need help from my sister. She's a 25-year-old married woman, and I love her to death. The only thing is her husband. He loves to argue, and she gets tired of it. They have been together ever since high school, and now they have been married for 2 years, going on 3. He argues about every little thing that he can think of, even things he says he has put behind him. One day when my sister was trying to get ready for her son's birthday party the next day, this is around 11 o'clock at night, he comes in the house drunk, arguing again for something that he said wrong. He then pushed my sister head close against the wall and cursing and just going off. Me and my older sister, my other sister, who is 18, almost killed him. But we had to let it go. He then wanted to fight my 18-year-old sister for nothing at all. Later on, 1 o'clock at night, my sister is doing her homework. She asked my 18-year-old sister to finish typing her homework while she took a nap. 30 minutes later, her husband is beating on the door. She opened it. He went straight to their bedroom. She then couldn't sleep, so she started finishing her homework. Her husband comes out of the room and knocks the computer on the floor several times until the laptop breaks. Me and my sister then went outside while they were arguing. While sitting in the car about 4:45 a.m., my sister comes out of the house crying and telling us to go to my mother's house. I am now angry because my sister is crying and I can do nothing about it because she won't let me go inside the house. I'm very family oriented. I am now crying and talking to my 18-year-old sister about him. My question is, what can I do to make their relationship better? Their relationship work, or will it last? Many questions are running through my mind, and the last thing I want to do is kill him. So what should I do to calm myself down from hurting him? She goes on a little bit. She apologizes for the length of the letter. Okay, first of all, you need to calm down. Thoughts of causing physical harm to him, not good. I understand. I love my sister with all of my heart. I feel like I was born with a best friend. She's only 11 months older than me, and she's everything to me. So I know that I understand how you feel about your sister. But at the same time, only your sister can want to get out of that abusive relationship. You can love her to pieces, but until she gets to the point where she loves herself enough to say that I don't deserve to be hit on, I don't deserve to have this happen to me in front of my children, I don't deserve this, I don't need this, until she gets to the point where she says that for herself, the only thing that you can do is pray for her and be supportive. Another thing that I would suggest that you do is I think that you and your family should have some type of intervention. How many times have we heard and seen of abusers getting so angry that they abuse the person to the point where they kill them? And I know that is horrific and nobody wants to think about that, but I think you need to let your sister know. I don't care if you got to pull it up on the internet and print it off. I think she needs to see what happens to women who get abused. Because it could easily escalate. If you and your sister weren't there, and here he is, he pushed her head up against something, slammed her head against something. If you guys weren't there to break that fight up, it could have went horribly wrong. And so I think that your sister needs a wake-up call. So I think that it's as scary and as morbid as it is, I think you guys need to show her what happens to women, abused women, who stay in relationships and and things bad happen. I know you don't want to think about that, and I understand why you don't, but your sister needs a wake-up call, and that may be the only thing that gets it for her. And honestly, if it was me, I would take my sister to a cemetery. Real talk. I don't want to be burying you. So you need to leave him before he hurts you to the point where we're out here burying you. She needs that kind of strong wake-up call. She needs a shake. And if she don't, she has a child, so the children are seeing this, so she doesn't want to get out of it for the children. She doesn't want to get out of it for herself. She has to get to the point where she wants to get out. You can love her all day, but she's got to love herself enough to get out. You just got to pray, and I suggest an intervention. Let her know this is dangerous. This is detrimental to herself and her children. Because I've seen situations where the abusers get so frustrated with the person who they're abusing that they eventually turn to the children. Does she want the abuse to eventually get to her children? What if she's not there? What if she wasn't there and the man came home and he was drunk and the only person there was his son? Is he slapping the kids around? You need to she needs to love herself enough to say, I don't deserve this. I've seen someone that I love be abused. I was a witness to abuse, and one time, isolated incident, but I still saw it nonetheless. And the good part about the situation that I was in is immediately she got out of it. And I think the reason why she got out of it is because the whole family was there. And it's kind of like with everybody that you love surrounding you telling you this is dangerous. It's kind of a wake-up call. She was probably dealing with it privately forever until we all witnessed this and we're like, what? This is what's going on? We wouldn't even let you go back to that. She had no choice but to leave him because he wouldn't let her go back to that. So I think your sister needs a good intervention. You need to continue to pray. Pray for yourself because this kind of anger is going to eat you up. You can't wish harmful stuff like this on him. You really can't. I know you want to and you feel that it's justified, but you're just as bad as him if you want to harm him. And because he wants to harm your sister. You're mad at him, so you want to put your hands on him. He's mad at your sister, so he wants to put his hands on her. So you have to, yes, I know it sounds like you guys are totally different, but you want the same, mentality is the same. He's getting you mad, so you want to put your hands on him. She's getting him mad. He wants to put his hands on her. It's the same thing. You guys, you're not the same as him. You need to separate yourself. Pray about it. Don't you step out of character because of how he is behaving. Don't you stay true to who you are. That's not the kind of person you are. You're family oriented. You love your sister. You love your family. That's who you are. Don't step outside of who you are to drop all the way down to his level. Don't stoop down to his level. That's not where you belong. So don't do that. Continue to pray. Set up an intervention. You go to your pastor, go to your mom, go to anybody whose opinion she respects and have them talk to her. And I would suggest, as the strongest wake-up call ever, take her to a cemetery. We never want to see you here. And you keep messing with him, we are going to bury you. You got to get out for your children's sake. She's got a son, so the son is growing up seeing that abuse is okay, and it's not okay. It's selfish to let your kid see this because you love him. You love him so much you're going to let your kid witness this, and he's going to be an abuser. And somebody's going to end up praying for him and hoping that he doesn't put his hands on them. You can't love a man more than you love yourself. That's scary and dangerous. You never love a man more than you love yourself. It's too much power, and it's dangerous. Anyway, I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I pray that everybody who watches this video, if you've ever been in a situation like this, and you can relate, to please give her comments, pray for her, video response to all of that. I know I sound like extra geeky. When I get really hype, my accent gets thicker, so please excuse that. I hope you guys understand everything that I was saying. But I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I definitely feel for you. But I know that God is able to get her out of that. There are women who are who recover from stuff like this. She's going to be okay. You don't need him. She does not need him. You don't need somebody who beats you. There are men who would rather hug you and hold you than put their hands on you. Not in that way. A man doesn't put his hands on a woman in that kind of way. Okay? If that touch isn't a loving one, then don't touch me at all. Alright? Well, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time. Later, divas. Deuces.